What's going on, nation? I'm here with Mike Rosa from the Anabolic Aliens, and we're going to be doing a video series for you guys called Increase Strength by Eliminating Weak Points on 4 major lifts: the bench, deadlift, squat, and overhead press. Now, Mike is actually a power lifter, and you guys know I'm starting to get more into the heavy lifting myself, so I thought it'd be great to have Mike come in and show us some ways to eliminate these weak points to get stronger overall. So why don't you tell the nation a little bit about some of the records that you hold right now?
All right, well, I'm 19 years old and I've been competing in the 165 Teen Raw Classic division. And my last meet, I broke the bench press record for New England, the deadlift record for New England, and the total record for New England.
So he's definitely the guy we want to have showing us how to increase these lifts. That's awesome, man. That's congratulations. I'm really proud of this guy. He's a hardcore lifter. Kind of what inspired me to want to get to that road of hitting 600 pounds in my deadlift.
The race is on.
The race is on. I just hope I get it before him. But to be back on track, these videos are also going to be in correlation to a program that Mike has on muscularstrength.com. You guys can check it out. I'll put a link over above his head over here called Compound Corruption. So what is Compound Corruption? It's basically a program to increase all your lifts in general as a power lifter.
Compound Corruption is a strength program. I made it specifically to increase all 4 compound lifts.
Awesome. And so what we're going to do today is we're going to focus on increasing your bench press. So the way Compound Corruption works is you're actually going to be working on your exercises 3 times a week, only having 1 day rest in between, and working on different points of those exercises. And so Mike, why don't you explain the first day, what we're doing and why we're doing it?
So for my bench press, Tuesday is the first day, and since we're doing powerlifting, it'll be a pause bench press because that's the one we're really trying to increase. So that rep range would be from 10, 7, 4, 1 each week, trying to increase your 1 rep max.
And the reason why we're doing the pause rep is because we're trying to work on that explosive power from the bottom of the movement. That's what Mike said he has most of his problems when he's bench pressing. That's the area he wants to increase the most. So that's why he focuses on that first, right?
And in powerlifting meets, the pause bench press is the only one you can actually use.
Awesome. All right, well, so let's show them what that is real quick. I'll be the guinea pig. So regular bench press position, guys, just like this. Get your core nice and tight. And then for the pause, you're gonna bring it down, pause, and then come back up, just like this, right?
Do one more, Scott.
Pause, come back up. We'll do one more. Pause, come back up. Now, are there any other tips that you can give on this exercise? Is what they should be looking out for when they're doing it as far as form?
For form, a lot of powerlifters, they get an arch in their back to actually make it a shorter range of motion. So when they get that little arch, they're actually going to a lower part of their chest, working more of that lower pectoral. So they're going up shorter because they have a shorter range to go. So from that bottom part, they're actually getting more of a decline, and which gives them more power using that lower half of their bench.
The next variation is going to be the touch and go bench press. So you just did the pause reps on Tuesday, now it's Thursday, we're doing the touch and go. Let's talk about form and why you were going to do this variation now on Thursday.
All right, so the touch and go bench press. So now we're going to work on the entire motion of the bench press instead of stopping at the bottom for a desired range of motion. This way your chest stays contracted the entire way through. So instead of having to work on those explosive fibers, you're actually working on the endurance fibers. And if you have problems with your stabilizers, I would suggest you actually do this with dumbbells. But I like to do it with the barbell. You can pack on more weight and you're focusing on the entire movement instead of also working those shoulders as your stabilizers.
Yeah, and you said also that your touch and go is actually not as strong as your pause rep, is what you said to me earlier.
Yes, for some reason my lower half is just as strong as the entire motion. So keeping that, the pressure at the bottom makes me go up faster than I am if I was just keeping the contraction the entire way through.
That's good, and that's good for you guys to know because some of you might have a hard time with the pause reps. So in addition to working the endurance part of the muscle fiber, whatever, obviously you still need to be able to complete full range of motion and you want to work on your weak points. This is a weak point for you, so it's another thing that you're working on.
Exactly.
Now the last day, guys, is going to be on Saturday, day 3. We're going to do, what is it, pin press, correct?
You can either do the pin press or the wide grip pauses to work on your weakness.
All right, so let's demonstrate what the pin press is. So what are we doing down here?
All right, so you're going to lift it off the rack. And this, you're actually going to work the upper half explosion of your bench press. So if you struggle locking out, this is what you should be doing. So you bring it down, you rest it on these, and then you're pushing up. So the upper half part of your bench press is mainly your triceps. This is working that upper half, a lot of your triceps, and it's going to work on that upper half explosion and your locking out.
That's an awesome exercise. It's actually something that I don't do a lot of, and I can already see how that would help.
Alright, so this one is if you struggle with the lower half explosion of your bench press. So I call these wide grip pause presses. So you're going to grab the bench wider than you normally would, and you're going to unrack it, bring it to your chest, and you're going to pause for a longer pause than you normally would for the pause bench, and then come back up, but only you're going to bring your elbows halfway up. You're going to actually do a half rep. And so you go up, stop, down, and you're pausing. You're really working on just that explosion part. You don't have to rest it at the top because you're really just focusing on the bottom part of the work.
Now, are you keeping it consistent or going, like coming up and then coming right down?
You're coming up fast and then coming right down.
So like this?
Like that. You focus on the pause. So you hold it on the bottom and then explode up and then come back down. And that's going to be working the lower half of your bench press.
Awesome, man. All great tips. Hopefully that'll help increase my bench press. I have yet to bench 315, and I would like to get those numbers up there. I'm definitely going to be incorporating these into my program. And for you guys who want to check out the complete compound corruption program by Mike, be sure to check it out right here. Mike from Anabolic Aliens, be sure to check out their channel. Good job, man. Now let's move on. And remember, we have 3 other movements. If you guys want to see those, click the link in the info section below.
Just curious.
I just put them down by my side.
If you talk with them, just do it.
You know, a really good tip for on camera is just squeeze your butt and flex your chest a little bit so it doesn't look too stiff. And that'll help keep you in one spot so you don't do too much dancing and swaying.
The butt squeeze works.
The butt squeeze works. It's a really good technique I like to use, and it feels nice.